And now for the Comixium Live Hypo forecast for February 15th, 2020. Well, it looks like we have some lovely things going on in the Great Lakes. We have Subtropical Storm Bravo, and we have Subtropical Storm Charlie. It looks like we are definitely sticking with the phonetic alphabet with this naming list. Tropical storm watches are all across western Michigan and eastern Minnesota, and some areas of northern Minnesota with these two systems. In other news, Alpha degenerated into a Category 4 remnant low before pretty much pummeling Illinois with Category 2 force winds. It's a lovely story, actually, but in the end, they're dead. In the South Atlantic, 3 storms are active. Apparently, it turns out that Manny was never a Category 5, and that everything about it was wrong. It was degenerated to a 155 mile an hour in post-analysis, and then Manny died within 6 hours of making landfall. So, needless to say, Manny did not do very good as we thought it did, which is really sad. But that's not the point. We now have Category 1 Patira, Category 2 Okira, and Tropical Storm Rayoni, which there's also Invest 94Q, which now has a 70% chance of formation because everything in this year has to become a storm, because apparently the forecasters like every Invest becoming a storm because, yes, I don't know the reasoning, but it happens, and we have to accept it. The Western Pacific is much more quiet after Hypo made landfall and quickly degenerated into an extratropical low, and O4W did absolutely nothing with its life. 96W, I don't even know why it's still an invest, considering that area to form is very, very, very tiny. But, you know, we have to invest our time into useless things, so I don't care. We're still going to be covering 96W, even though it has, like, an impossible chance to form right now. But looking at satellite pictures, Hagapit is pretty much losing its closed circulation at this point, and O4W looks like absolute garbage. But that's it for the Western Pacific for now. Oh, hellish no, oh god, I don't even know what, I don't know how to explain the insanity going on at this point. So we're just gonna cover the fact that we have Category 4 Herald now, which is about to make landfall, curve out because of a Fujiwara effect from Joshua, go back out to sea, where I think we could possibly strengthen again. Joshua is expected to make landfall soon as a Category 2, before literally weakening and remaining in depression even though it's still in Central Australia. Imogen is expected to make landfall very shortly and expected to weaken into a remnant low as it interacts with Joshua. This is a very sad forecast, but, you know, Australia's gonna die, and there's nothing they can do because Australia is gonna die. You should probably evacuate, or else you are probably going to suffer some chaos, or mass panic, or fearmongering from other news stations. We also have Invest 93S and 94P, both with 40% chances of formation, which looks to be the first storms which could possibly not be a threat to anywhere for once. Okay, maybe not 94P, but either way. Meanwhile, Irandro has now intensified into a Category 3 in the Southwest Indian Ocean, with Gerudo forming from 17S. Gerudo does not look to be Jotaro's predecessor, but oh well. I can't make memes out of it still. Maybe not. Maybe I can. Oh well. No one will ever know if I can make memes out of Gerudo or not, but who cares anyways. And here's a look at the Mediterranean Basin, which has been a confusing basin to track right now, as Benny is going in what appears to be circles. I have no idea what it's doing, but it looks like it is still a land threat, and we just don't know where. The North Indian Ocean now has PR and O1B, which has been controversial because everyone thinks it's now Boz, but apparently the Meteorological Center refuses to accept Boz's name, so we'll still have to wait for them to recognize Boz, but it's still O1B. We also have an invest with a high chance of formation as of this moment. Here's a look at Gerudo's cone, which is not living up to be Jotaro. As you can tell, it's only going to become like a Category 1, but I don't think we need any more strong cyclones to track at this point. Also, it looks like the cyclone will also hit Africa, which is also very lovely. And here's a look at Irandro's cone, which now has winds of 125 miles an hour and a pressure of 962. It does look like it's strengthening into a Category 4, could become a strong one before making a dangerously close pass curve near Madagascar, so it'll be interesting to see where that goes in the next few days. Well, that brings us to the end of the video where we announce the names of the next storms. Arthur will be in the Atlantic next. Amanda will be in the Eastern Pacific for the first storm. West Pacific is looking for Jamie. North Indian Ocean, we're still saying Boz, even though it's technically Boz already, but the Meteorological Center has not recognized it. Kimi is the next name in the Australian. Southwest Indian Ocean, we'll be looking for Kundai. And Ube for South Atlantic. That's it for this episode. See you.